Alright guys, so y'all did ask, or well, Wendy asked me to post a video. She wanted to see my process is on cleaning my dolls. I don't have much of a different process than other people, I would say, but I think it's fun seeing everybody do their own things as far as washing their dolls and how they do that. So you'll maybe see some shared concepts, but I mean, we're gonna see these makeovers come to fruition. To start things off, before we even begin with washing the dolls or doing the makeover, I also want to give a shout out to Nina Kimberly. I've been following her for a long time, and she's a really good friend. And she sold me her Forever Diamond Sasha and Cat Sasha from 2012. And I got those two a while back. I want to say like a month back, but in the mail they got lost somehow. And it was a long time, and I was like, you know what? After contacting Nina, she tried to contact the mail. I tried to contact them. It was a big runaround. And Nina was just like, you know what? We're just going to give a refund. And I felt really bad because she loved those dolls. But today, surprisingly, they were in the mail. So we do have Miss Sasha here. Sasha from Forever Diamonds. And she actually completes my Forever Diamonds collection. I might redo her hair because the hair is falling out of its original thing because it's been in there forever. But as you can see, Nina's kept pristine condition. I will say this is a one-of-a-kind Sasha Forever Diamonds because Nina did add the glitter to her lips, which is amazing actually. And I'm not gonna remove it. I shouldn't remove it. This is how it was intended, and she looks amazing. It goes with the theme, and I'm surprised that this isn't how they're actually looking because it looks great. So I probably won't do much aside from just get her hair done. I don't even think I'll wash it out necessarily. Well, maybe, but I'll do that on my own time. Regardless, so we do have Miss Sasha, and she did come with everything. At least that I believe. She looks great. But also, I ended up buying Bratz cats, as I mentioned. Bratz cats, Sasha. And I love her face. Originally, I just got her because of her articulation in her body. Because, I mean, although Sasha's a prevalent character, I mean, I want to get as much articulated, darker skin tone dolls, just so we could have that in my collection. But either way, her face is gorgeous. But I will be washing her out because I want to get her nylon hair under control. Because it's a lot. And again, Nina's kept this doll in pristine condition. And she didn't do any modifications, but you don't need to. You know, this is amazing. So I did appreciate this as well. But Nina also came through and she, this is also why I'm happy. She added one of the creative Bratz, and I'm really happy about her as well. I do love her eyes, and her hair is just full and great. Creative Bratz was a great idea, and I love it, and I hope they well, I don't think they would, but I would hope that maybe eventually in the future something like this would happen again, but it was definitely iconic. She is missing a boot, but I don't care, because this jacket is everything, and I love the skirt, and she also did the glitter lips, which I will not be removing, so this is amazing. So I'm really happy about this, and I'll probably just be cleaning her up a little bit in the same video. So I just wanted to show you guys this, and also give a shout out to Nina. We'll link her Instagram in the description below so you can follow Nina. But let's get to what I do for cleaning. So before we actually do that as well, I know I've been stopping in the middle of things. I also wanted to show you guys our Ariel here. Before Ariel was announced, we got Ariel. And we are in support of Ariel. We can't wait for actual dolls to come out. Thank you, Disney. Thank you. So let's go ahead and get into what I do here for cleaning. I just wanted to add that little joke in there, if you want to say. So I do use a dog brush whenever I clean my dolls or brush their hairs, because this thing works really well. So I have my dog brush here for their hair. A toothbrush. You can just get these really cheap online or at the dollar store. You don't have to spend anything. Just a dingy toothbrush. Make sure not to use it on accident. I do have a face cleanser here that I started using, or a face scrubber. So this part's actually a little bit more abrasive, so I would usually mix it up with soap and water and then scrub on the parts that I need to. So this comes in handy occasionally. And I have some Tresemme. You don't have to use this brand at all, but this is the shampoo that I do use myself, and this is conditioner that I use myself, but I don't have a lot of hair, so I share. So, I mean, I don't have to buy two separate ones, but I think any conditioner and shampoo would really work. And I also use baking soda, so we could get into the crevices of everything and make sure we get everything cleaned out. So, just some Arm & Hammer baking soda. I do need to get more eventually, but we'll do that in a later time. I don't have a tray, so I put the baking soda on the mirror, and I use the mirror. So, the mirror is not necessary for anything, but, I mean, that's what I use. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the dolls that I will be cleaning. In my last haul I got a collection of Bratz for like $70. You can watch that video. We'll also link that below, so you can watch that. But I've been spending ever since that video came out. I've been trying my hardest to clean all of them, aside from the ones that I absolutely do not care for. So I've been working on that, and I cleaned up a lot of the ones that I really wanted, and I'll share those with you guys as well. And we'll go more in depth as far as like who is actually in this collection. I still need some help identifying some others. But yeah, so we're gonna clean up Miss Bratz baby's Yasmin, because I love this Yasmin. My sister used to have her. She is missing her plugs, but that's okay. We'll get her cleaned up real quick so she can be ready. I think I have her clothes in that set as well. With Bratz baby's Yasmin, we'll also be cleaning up Yasmin's mom, Poltia, because she absolutely needs it. And her hair still has a lot of product in it. It's interesting because they had two releases of the parents. Some of them have normal Bratz bodies, and then there's the other ones that have the curvy ones. This is my first time having a normal one, and I think her eye is actually better than the one that I have currently, so I might switch their heads. But anyway, so we do have her as well that will be joining the fray. We do have Chloe here that I'll be cleaning up. I'm not sure which Chloe this is, but we'll definitely go ahead and try to clean her up. I think her hair has been cut. A lot of the dolls that I have, their hair was cut, but honestly, after you clean them up, they look fine. At least for the ones that can be salvaged for. So we have Yasmin with her. Okay, so she has nail polish on her face. I'll work my hardest to get this nail polish off. I'm not sure which Yasmin this is, but after we clean her up, we'll have a better idea. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. And I'll show you how I clean Bratz boys. It's a little bit different of a process because they do have flocking in their hair. And I just want to go in and try to get some of that stuff out and be careful with the boys' hair. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. Show you my process on it. It's not too different, but different enough. So we do have Dylan. That turns out to be Form of Funk Dylan. And then we have Yasmin here. We'll go ahead and get her cleaned up as well. And if y'all know which one of these, what their identification is, you could put it down below. That'll be great. So do have Yasmin. Get her cleaned up. We have another Yasmin here. It's kind of a shame that their hair was cut, but I can't really complain. They're not all winners. And then here we have Chloe. I do love this Chloe. I do believe that maybe she's the one that came with the 2009 bedroom set or something, because I do have some pieces from that, so that's really nice. Again, any identification will be great. Not needed, but great. Now, it's interesting, this Yasmin, I'm not sure if this is her body, but what's interesting about it is that there's clicking in her legs. She doesn't have any buttons or anything, but it is clicky. I know that looks so weird, but I'm not sure why. So if y'all happen to know which Yasmin this is, I would love to know myself. We'll go ahead and get her cleaned up as well. And second to the last one here, we do have Ice Champions Yasmin, I believe. We'll go ahead and get her cleaned up so she can go back on the ice. I think her hair actually is in good condition. We just need to get it washed out. So we'll go ahead and do her as well. And lastly, we'll go ahead and get Eden cleaned up. Although I do think Eden has his hair cut. So I don't know how much we'll really be able to save him. But we'll try and get him cleaned up and have that working out. So do stick with me. I'm going to go ahead and try to get these people cleaned up. And after that, we'll be good. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and start by getting her hair wet. In this initial step, I just usually get the doll wet in general, not just her hair, but just get the doll wet in general. You would make sure to me, the hair is the most important part, but make sure to get everything in the crevices and everything like that. I use hot water, so it does burn my hands sometimes, but it doesn't have to be boiling. So next I just take my little soap here, and I just have a generic brand soap. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything. But I put in the hair first. And we're going to go ahead and get that lathered in as well. And this will take the initial dirt out, the initial grime, anything that you may want out first. Granted, you probably could just go in with shampoo, but I don't know, I'm a little extra. So I'm also going to put some on and put some more on anyway to get her body done and her face. And just make sure to get everywhere. Just a nice coat of the soap everywhere. And then I go in with my toothbrush. And this toothbrush is just like a dollar store brand toothbrush. It wasn't expensive. I add a little bit more soap to get it lathered up to begin with. A nice base. And then I scrub in and get everything that... just get more detailed in it. Just make sure to get everything. I also, in the background, you can see on the mirror, I've put down... some baking soda. So if you have some scuffs or something hard to get off with just soap, you can use the baking soda and it'll help out a lot. I also have that little round face cleaner there next to it. You can use that as well as a scrubber. But yeah, I usually just brush the hair in between washes, just to make sure to get everything out. And it's really easy just to put everything in while it's brushed out versus it being tangly. And as you can see, some stuff's falling out as well. So it's definitely getting clean. Next, I'll be using my shampoo, and this is my personal shampoo. I don't have a lot of hair, so this does well. I share with my dolls. But it's just a Tresemme. It doesn't have to be this brand, but it works best for me because it's mine. And I don't buy... shampoo and conditioner for my dolls specifically, but I imagine any brand will work. So then you go ahead and go back in with the water after you brush it a bit, and just make sure you hit all of the fiber of the hair. And you just go ahead and wash that out, brush it, and then we'll go ahead and do some conditioner. And I use the same brand, Tresemme Moisture Rich Conditioner. That's how my hair becomes so great. I'm kidding. So we go ahead and put this on. If it ever comes out, put it on. There you go. Probably don't need that much, but it works out. We'll just go ahead and... It's funny I say that because here I am again. But yeah, we just want to get all the hairs, get it lathered up. Make sure everything's coated. And usually I'll leave her out like maybe for 4 or 5 minutes before rinsing one more time. But now we're going to go ahead and boil wash the hair. With this boil wash process, it's pretty simple. You'll just get a pan like so, like this one anyway, and you'll just boil the water. And I keep all the dolls in like little cups to keep them standing up, and put the hair outside of the cup, part it in the way I like, and then just pour the boiling water over it. It is boiling water, so if you are, younger, you might want to ask your parents for some assistance, or adult to help out with this. But yeah, so after we pour it on the dolls, you go ahead and get some cold water and rinse it out. The cold water will kind of help it mold into place a bit, the hair fibers anyway, and then I brush it out. Depending on the hair fibers, the ones that I usually use in boil wash methods is nylon and saran hair. I think Kanekalon might be a bit fragile for it. But yeah, you just brush it through each time you pour the water. But after that, you let it air dry and it should be good to go. But that's basically my process. It's nothing too complicated. But if you do happen to have any questions about my processing or what we do, or any advice that you're needing, I could possibly give any advice to you and see what I would do in those situations. But it is a simple process and it's pretty relaxing. I could probably do that for like 4 hours or something. And sometimes I'll be caught doing it. Sometimes I do blow dry their hair. Sometimes I air dry. I've heard different things about it, but ultimately it's up to you. But overall, I really had fun making this video, and I should be making more soon. I do have a couple Bratz dolls that I would like to review. So I'll probably list them in our description or maybe in the comments or something, and you guys can vote on which one that I should do next or which review you'd like to see from me first. I also have action figures that I have as well that if y'all would like to see me review those, let me know. Or just in general what you would like to see. But I do thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your night and a good week. Bye-bye.